I'm Wolfman Sam here with my partner Johnny Buff Guns.
Hello, everyone.
And we are Creatures of Night.
To start this podcast off, I would like to talk about 2003 Daredevil with Ben Affleck, which I think is maybe not a great movie or not one of the best ones to compare to Spider-Man and X-Men, but I think it's an underrated film that deserves a lot more love and respect than what we realize.
Well, I have to agree. I mean, specifically the director's cut fixed a lot of the issues with that film.
It did.
I mean, it still has its issues. Jennifer Garner's Elektra did a lot of damage. It still has its issues, and it's 2000s as all 2000s get out, complete with Evanescence soundtrack. Though oddly enough, for a 2000s movie, there's something about it that reminded me of the 90s Crow movie.
You said that.
In tone. They even do like a tribute with the flaming DD scene. So there's a very like Crow aspect to it.
Yeah.
But the director's cut version of that film is really good. And Michael Clarke Duncan, even though if he's not a comic book accurate Kingpin, he's still awesome in anything he does. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, as a little kid, when I saw Daredevil 2003, I didn't think much of it in comparison to The Crow because I didn't know what The Crow was until years later as a teenager.
Same. Yeah. You know, going kind of back and forth between the two, which I did, just to kind of cement that comparison. Yes, it does kind of have a Crow feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
It is definitely super edgy. I think the Affleck Daredevil costume is pretty cool. I know there was a lot of backlash at the time. You know, like it just looks like a motorcycle rider. But I like it.
Well, I mean, the mask part they got right. The only part they kind of changed up was that he zips up his costume where he doesn't have like the two D's in the middle, like in the comic book.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a motorcycle sort of outfit, but I think it was still cool. I think it got the grim dark tone of the Frank Miller comics pretty well.
I could agree on that one. It was not accurate, but almost close enough to what the Frank Miller Daredevil comic was, like Elektra's death or
right. And we would later get a series that would correct all that and actually give us a definitive cinematic Daredevil.
You know, I remember as a kid, I didn't see it when it came out, but I remember seeing it, like, my parents got it for me as a DVD for a little small gift, and I liked it as a kid. Whenever I rewatch it for, like, pleasure, I'm like, you know, I still don't think this movie is not that bad. It's not great or perfect, but it doesn't deserve a bad rep.
I remember specifically, and this, I'll take it right back to the 2000s, everybody. Right. But I remember specifically the promotional video with Evanescence promoting the movie, seeing the movie in theaters. Which
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm showing my age here. But seeing the movie in theaters, thinking as a kid it was the most amazing movie I've ever seen. And this was the theatrical cut. I was completely unaware of the director's cut, but I thought it was the best movie ever.
No,
and I went home and I listened to that Evanescence album.
Right, I have the album because I got it a few months ago. Well, like I want to say a few months ago, but basically a few months from last year, around 2025. I was at Walmart.
Now let me ask you. Does it still hold up?
Kind.
You can be honest. It doesn't really.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I grew up with that song to a degree. I used to listen to it a lot.
You know, and honestly, when it comes to that album, that's really the only Evanescence album people talk about. I'm sure there's more.
There probably is, but
I don't know about. I was never a huge fan.
Right, that's one of the few songs I liked of her because of Daredevil, and like I said, I got the album because it was $7 at Walmart. I'm like, what the heck, $7? That's nothing compared to like if I spent like about $20 or $30 on an album, and it's funny because, like you said, because of that song and her, that's why Evanescence was kind of popular around that time.
Yeah, I mean that album really cemented them, and unfortunately, like I said, I don't speak for Evanescence fans here. But
right.
But I will.
I'm very funny with like a certain artist. Like if I'm not the biggest fan, I have a certain movie or an album of that person to a degree.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to turn off my phone a little bit.
That's okay. Also, I think Ben Affleck, I mean, it's like he's not bad or terrible. It's like it's hit or miss with his acting in the movie because around that time he did a lot of crappy movies, but that's not one of his worst. Like
right, exactly. Right. It's not bad at all. I don't think.
Right, nothing compared to like Geely, Paycheck, or Surviving Christmas. Because I think Ben Affleck is one of those guys. He had the talent. He was only making those movies for money. So once he had money, complete control, and freedom, then he finally showed his artistic like movies and what he really wanted to be and show that I'm really a good actor.
Right, exactly. Yes. And it's like I said, the director's cut isn't that bad. It's a flawed movie. I will say it's not perfect. Director's cut or not.
Like especially how like there are moments it's like okay, Ben Affleck is okay here, but then this part's okay. You're being a little bit too cartoony, like Kasada, time to bring the devil its doom. I'm like, no,
I think the worst scene is the playground fight.
Oh yeah, right.
The playground fight.
Yeah. That's a little too much.
It almost takes you out of the movie.
Right.
It almost takes you out of the movie. There are some great scenes, though. There are. Like we've mentioned before, the little crow Flaming DD tribute. Yeah. I love the subway scene. The line, that's not heaven. It's the D train or whatever.
Train. Yeah,
that's the C train.
I thought they did the origin story on Daredevil. Like, okay, not perfect, but fair and decent.
Yeah, and again, we would have all this corrected in the original Netflix Daredevil series.
The only difference is they basically copied the Spider-Man animated show where he saw his father mugging somebody and he runs away and then he gets some chemicals hit his eye and make him blind.
That's essentially the origin.
But kind of. But in the comic book, the original Daredevil comic book, Matt Murdock saved somebody's life, and then the vat of toxic waste gets in his eyes, and that's how he gets blind.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I believe he saves a blind man.
I think so, but I haven't read that comic book in years. But don't quote me again. It's been so long since I read the original.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do a podcast episode specifically with Daredevil because
me too.
Believe it or not, there are some connections between Daredevil and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, you got me invested now that you said that a little bit.
No.
Well, let's not go too crazy though.
Yeah, here's the thing. The mutagen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that turns is the same mutagen that blinded Matt Murdock.
Okay, I see. Okay,
the same, gotcha. And
okay,
but maybe we'll save that. Maybe we'll save that for
another future. I also in the director's cut, like I like the scenes like how Foggy shows concern about like Matt, like what happened to your like right here, and he goes, I hit it because he's trying to hide his Daredevil identity, and he goes, I'm in a fight club. We don't talk about it. Foggy's like, I never saw the movie. It's like, okay, you're trying a little bit too hard right there, Ben Affleck, to cover up your identity.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little. That's
one thing I can say, much like Charlie Cox, I think a little bit better in terms of looking like him without the glasses, him looking blind,
right?
Because there are certain there's certain kind of a look. Not to insult anybody who's blind, but there's a certain type of look that blind people have where they're almost they're looking away from you. So the fact that he was able to pull that off.
Right. No, I did like that, like how he betrayed Matt Murdock, like the comic book, hiding his Daredevil identity to make it look like he really is blind, but Daredevil can see, but he's trying to cover it up.
I do find it really funny though that his billy club is his walking stick.
Right. Yes.
That's very Batman, actually.
Right. Well, that's how Ben Urich figures out that he's Daredevil.
Right. Spoilers for a almost 30-year-old film now.
More like 23 years.
23
everywhere. Because I remember that movie came out February 2003, and as a kid at that time, they were like, because at that time, Spider-Man, X-Men, and they were promoting Daredevil with like an animated show where Spider-Man and Daredevil face off. And I'm like, I was so excited as a kid. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I remember renting that episode on VHS.
Yes, I owned it. My dad gave it to me.
That and the Hobgoblin one.
Right, yes. My dad, like as a kid, because of getting good grades, like, oh, here's a little special gift for you, son. You get a cartoon.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah.
VHS.
Yes.
I miss the world, man. I miss the world of VHS.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think of Colin Farrell as Bullseye?
I don't know. I don't hate him. He's a little bit too goofy.
I agree.
But I don't hate him.
Right.
I don't hate him.
But I remember as a kid watching with my sister, and my dad. My dad is like, he is so evil. He kills everybody. Like, especially like when he kills the guy.
Yeah, as a kid, kid, I thought he was cool. As a kid,
right.
I thought he was cool. But as an adult, like, he should be annoying, but he's not.
Right. But I also thought, I don't know why, not that I'm trying to say this was funny, but when he's in the airplane on his way to see the Kingpin, the woman's talking his ear off. He's got heavy metal music.
Right, and he's just.
I mean, I'm not saying that's funny, but it's just like, oh my god,
a little dark humor.
It is. Like, especially, he basically gets away with murder. Nobody would suspect that he killed this woman. Somebody would have thought that she really did choke on a peanut by accident.
Well, that's the thing. Is I think that's what I like about the character,
right?
Compared to the Daredevil series, he's a little bit unpredictable,
right?
You don't know if he's gonna like kill Kingpin right then and there.
Right. Well, you know what it is, because before some kid was afraid of thinking he was going to kill him, and he said, "I'm not the bad guy, kid." And Daredevil's like thinking, "Am I a bad guy or am I a good guy?" It's like, that's very clever, right there.
Yeah, and again, I have to stress the look of the film is awesome. There are like I said, it's very gothic. It's very It reminds me of the '90s Crow movie for sure.
It's in some ways, as here's the funny part. As a kid watching him as Daredevil, I said to myself, he looks like Batman. I said to myself, will this guy ever play Batman one day? I predicted it. It came true.
Yeah. And I mean,
I don't mean to cut you off, but I also predicted he was going to marry Jennifer Gardner, but I didn't predict that he was going to divorce her. That part I didn't see coming. But
just call you Christopher Walken.
Dead Zone.
Yep.
Yeah, and at that time, Ben Affleck was married. No, not married. He was with Jennifer Garner, Bennifer, because as a little kid, everywhere I went, I saw magazines, and I'm like, what's so special about these two? My parents have been married for over 20 years at that time. They're not in the magazine.
Celebrity. Dude, yeah. I remember, not to get off on Celebrity 2000 couples, but the one I remember is Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee.
Right, gotcha. Well, I didn't really know anything about that until I was a teenager.
No, I
know. Where was I? I know. How did I ignore that as a kid?
We were watching cartoons. That's what
exactly. I was watching cartoons and superheroes. I didn't give a shit about like famous celebrity couples of the two.
Yeah, it was like Pam Anderson's kind of hot. I said that as a kid, but
Right. Well, since we're talking about crushes, I thought J-Lo was hot, but unfortunately, not anymore. Not anymore. I don't crush her. We broke up. We're no longer engaged.
I'm kicking you out of the harem.
As a joke, she's in the words of Clark Griswold, she's history.
She's history. Rewritten. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also,
but getting back to Daredevil, like I said, not perfect, but had some good ideas and definitely good looking film.
Yeah, and also they nailed the part where Bullseye. Sorry for spoilers right here. If you read the comic, when he killed Elektra, I mean, not done 100%, but at least okay. They did.
But it kind of mirrored. It definitely mirrored. Was going for the kind of the same vibe.
Yeah. But I have to point this out though. When the first time Daredevil encounters Bullseye, he throws the nunchuck at the father that killed. It's like, wait, how does that kill him? That doesn't make any sense.
Makes sense, Ruby.
Right.
But anyway, it's the 2000s.
I know. I mean, I get it. When Daredevil was trying to stop it because of the explosion, he sees it everywhere. He couldn't tell like what was the real nunchuck. I get that part, but how does a nunchuck go through your heart? I don't get it. It's gonna take a lot of it.
It's Mortal Kombat physics. I don't get it.
Right. I know. I'm thinking too deep into this.
Yep. It is a movie to kind of leave your brain at the door.
Right. And you also said they put Karen Page in the director's cut. She was in the original cut, only for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She had like a little bit of an extended scene in the director's cut.
Yes.
I'm glad that she was there.
When I was a kid, they showed the director's cut on television, but only cut certain parts out of it. I didn't see the whole director's cut until recently, finally, without junk.
Yeah, well, that goes for me too. I hadn't seen it. I saw it last year because a friend of mine had told me about it, and I was just like, all right, time to go down memory lane.
Yeah. The other thing I like too is the part when his dad tells Matt, "You hit nothing but books." He says, "Don't be a fighter." In a weird way, he does become a fighter, but in a different way. He becomes a street fighter, not fighting for money.
Fighting for justice.
Exactly. Justice. Yeah. And I also like the bar fight scene when he fights Kazada, who was like acquitted, and I like the motorcycle and the strippers. In a way, it feels like a Sons of Anarchy to a degree.
A little bit. Like I said,
a little bit.
It's that right kind of like late 90s, early 2000s edge.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good movie to watch on like a dark, stormy night.
Exactly. Well, this is going to make you laugh. I watched it one time at Christmas for no reason. I don't know. I was just in the mood.
Merry Christmas. Welcome to Justice.
I did once read a Daredevil comic book where it was a Christmas theme. That was a good one. But again, read it a long time ago. I don't remember the story to it off the top of my head.
I'd love to track it down. I wonder if it's any good.
Oh, no. Well, again, I read it as a kid, but who knows what my mindset was different then versus now, what I'll think of it.
Well, when you're a kid, you know, you're just like, Daredevil! You don't care.
Right. And I do love the character in the comic books. I have always had a fun to reread Frank Miller's Daredevil comic books.
Yeah, that's what I was raised on. Frank Miller's Daredevil.
And because of
my grandfather.
And because of Kevin Smith, the comic book fan, he has a cameo in this movie because he wrote his own Daredevil comic books.
Yeah, I still need to read Guardian Devil. I've heard good things about Guardian Devil.
It's really good. It's, as I said in the last podcast, despite I'm not into Kevin Smith movies anymore, but the Daredevil comic book he wrote is the one exception for him.
There was a time where he was good. There was a time.
Right.
And I don't know what happened. I think the fasting suffocated his brain. I don't know. Seriously, I'm joking, but I'm dead serious.
Or maybe because of the near-death experience, he had changed him. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's hard to... Let's anyway, moving on. 2003, The Hulk. I saw this when it came out, unlike Daredevil 2003, and I was excited. I was like, yes, The Hulk is next. But unfortunately, when I saw it, I kind of liked it, but after more rewatches over the years, this movie did not age well for me. But that's just me.
It's a mixed bag for me.
Okay.
I love I don't know what it is. I love the tone of it. I love this sort of Requiem for a Dream, but it's the Incredible Hulk kind of thing. And Eric Banner's not a bad Bruce Banner.
No, he's okay. It's not him. It's just that I think Ang Lee, who is a good director, but I just don't know if he's really the kind of guy directing comic book movies. He just doesn't. I don't mean this out of disrespect. I just don't think he doesn't take me as a comic book person. Right. And maybe that's the reason why it had such a different feel. It didn't feel like a comic book movie. It almost felt like Hulk meets Requiem for a Dream. I can see that.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It really played up the drama.
Right.
I think a little too much. I do think drama is a very important aspect of the Hulk. See the original Bill Bixby series for good reference.
And again, going back to how with how they promoted these Marvel films with the cartoons on VHS tapes, I remember they promoted, like, when they promoted the Hulk film, they came out with like DVD episodes of the Hulk TV show, like, but not the whole series. Yeah, they only came out with like random episodes. They came out with the late '80s Hulk movies they made with Bill Bixby after when the show ended, with Daredevil, Thor, and the Death of the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing I can say about Ang Lee's Hulk is it was almost too dramatic.
Yeah.
Where it was like borderline emo.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's like a balance. There's a balance.
I do think, but I agree. I do think they have some decent acting performances, but the story of it was just...
Yeah, well, that's the main thing. That's my main gripe with it. The story was all over the place.
Yeah.
It could have easily just been about Bruce finding a cure.
Yeah.
But then they had to bring his dad into, and his dad became a super villain. I don't even remember the name. What was it? What was it? The Absorbing Man or something like that?
Because that's the sad part about this movie. In case you're wondering which Hulk villain is in this film, none. They just made up the character for the movie, the villain. Not
and it's just I don't know. I'm very torn because I like the vibe of it. I like the look of it.
Yeah,
the music is awesome. Love the music. Love the music. And the performances are pretty good, but like I said, it just kind of misses the mark.
It does. It basically failed to like make a good Hulk film that could have like easily worked if they had just kept it like simple and easy and straightforward and not go overboard.
Yeah, and the poor Hulk movies, we still haven't really gotten a good.
Yeah. The other thing I did not like either was that, like, there's a scene where Bruce Banner's working late at night and he's thinking about Betty, about why their relationship is estranged at the moment because of a dream that she had about him where she was a little girl, and I hate to say this and break your hearts, Marvel fans of the 2000s. In the dream, he molests her. It's like, okay.
Right, it's like super dark. And like I said, that's why I call it Requiem for a Hulk.
Right.
You know, it's super dark for a comic book.
And movie. As a little kid, as a kid watching that, I did not understand that as a kid like I do now. I'm like, okay, this is a little bit too much right here.
Yeah, domestic violence, which is comic book accurate.
Right.
Which it is. That is comic book accurate, and that is a theme of the Hulk. Even in the original series, they have several like abusive fathers, and so that is correct.
Because apparently Bruce Banner's father was a scientist for General Talbot back in the 60s, but whatever his... I'm not a scientist, and sorry if I'm not explaining this well. He was trying to test on like humans or something about DNA or something.
Yeah, he was trying to like make I think he was trying to make the Captain America super soldier.
Oh, okay.
I think
that sounds like Captain America to a degree, but minus the Hulk part.
But I think that was the premise. I think it's been a while, folks. I'm a little rusty.
Well, I rewatched. I found the whole like whatever his evil mad scientist plot very confusing for some reason.
Yeah, I got what they were going for, but it was so convoluted and so poorly explained that it was like, I get it, but I don't.
but the one thing I did get was that he witnessed, again, I'm sorry for spoilers right here, ladies and gentlemen, and Marvel fans of the 2000s. He witnessed his father kill his mother accidentally, despite he was trying to kill him.
Right, I specifically remember that as a kid.
That part I remember, yes.
That was super shocking to see as a kid, actually.
And once Bruce Banner was shocked by gamma radiation, like in the comic book, he had no memory of seeing his father anymore at that point.
But, I mean, I hate to poke holes in the plot here.
Right.
If he already had gamma radiation in him, wouldn't he be like Baby Hulk?
I have no idea.
Like the more you think about this film, the dumber it gets. Yeah, it's definitely a junk food movie.
Right, and also the other thing I also couldn't understand either was that all like the jump. Yes, Anyways, I was saying the jump cuts. They're like, like you see a camera and then another camera. It's like, wait a minute, can we just focus on one camera? And not
it's a little ADD. It's a little ADD.
Yes, I know. Who knows? Maybe the director has ADD. Who knows?
Look at the shiny red ball. Look at the shiny red ball. Look at the shiny red Hulk.
Yeah. Also, Josh Lucas, good actor, who's done a lot of the good stuff, plays the stereotypical douchebag.
Yeah. Good.
Because I remember as a kid watching this movie, I thought, does this actor suck in real life? But since then, it's like, okay, he was a good actor. Just this was the one bad movie. He was.
I have to say though, and here's the really, really funny thing.
What's that?
There is a better story in the video game.
Oh yes, you're right. I totally agree. I actually had played the video game as a kid. You're right. The video game story was better than the movie itself.
We should have gotten the movie equivalent of the video game because we would have gotten the leader. We would have gotten some brand new Hulk. We would have gotten several new Hulks and reason to kind of care for Betty, other than the obvious.
Right. Even though I love Jennifer Garner, she's a great actress, very talented, but I feel like she's
not Jennifer Garner.
No, Jennifer Connelly. We're sorry.
Jennifer Connelly.
We're getting our Jennifers mixed up from this time.
Too many Jennifers.
Yeah. I guess they like the name Jennifer is why they casted the
Yep. Yeah, and I always thought that Jennifer Connelly was kind of cute.
She was. Oh yeah. She's always been beautiful. Yes. Yeah. She's aged like fine wine today.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But anyway, is there any other thoughts you want to do about Ang Lee's Hulk? Or?
I'm trying to think. Wait. Oh yeah, the video game. Yeah, the story was way better. As a kid playing the video game, the story was good, but trying to finish the game was very confusing and complicated.
I used cheat codes. I was one of those. I used cheat codes.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm not good at video game. Let me cheat and get Grey Hulk. Grey Hulk is fun. He talks a lot. He's funny.
Right.
As a kid.
But yeah, you're right. It's compared to the video game, at least they used a lot of the Hulk villains. They consider that a Hulk movie of its own.
Yeah, I mean, they used the leader. I mean, that was the first appearance of the leader. We never...
Yes.
Did we ever get a Hulk movie with the leader in it? No, not yet.
But in 2008, it ends on a cliffhanger where we were going to get the leader, but nope, it hasn't happened after almost 20 years later.
Yep. Start over!
You know what I don't understand? Why have they not made any more Hulk movies since then? I don't get it.
I think it's a rights issue.
Really?
But
wait, Hulk is owned by Disney now. Or is it?
I don't know. I don't particularly care for Ruffalo as Bruce Banner.
He's all right.
But I don't know. I have no idea.
On a short, small side note, the 2008 Hulk film, not great or perfect, but it's okay. It's a lot better than what we
was it Ed Norton one?
Ed Norton, yes.
Yeah, that one was all right. I kind of remember like a fever dream also.
Well, let's just say it was an improvement. It was a lot way better than what we got from this.
Yeah, it was much better. Yeah.
Not perfect, but an improvement. And I thought Ed Norton was an okay, decent Bruce Banner. He was all right.
He was all right.
Yeah. I didn't have any complaints about him. I thought he was an improvement to Eric Bana. But again, it's not Eric Bana's fault. He had better direction. He could have pulled it off.
Yeah, and I honestly think he was a good Bruce Banner. I don't think there was anything wrong with his Bruce Banner anyway.
Yeah.
See the game for further proof of that.
Yeah. And as much as I like Nick Nolte, a good actor, respect to him, but unfortunately his performance as the villain is kind of just not memorable.
And yes, he has hands.
Yeah, that's... Well, the part when he, gamma rays himself and he sees, what he could become, how he touches anything. I'm thinking a little bit of Terminator 2 right there.
A little bit. Somebody likes Terminator 2.
Yeah, exactly. And the part when he takes down the security guard and he looks at his feet and the feet blends in with the floor like Terminator 2.
They actually did some cool effects with him. I have to say, I really did like the effects with that he was able to absorb things, just how they look.
Yeah. Right. Sam Elliott plays the typical douchebag father, in the comic book, doesn't want Bruce Banner to be cured of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Despite that, he uses him as like bait to end his father's. I don't know. There was just
Ross.
Yeah. You're right. General Ross.
General Ross. Yeah.
Yes. I did read the whole comic book. Don't worry. I do know the characters, but it's been a long time.
It's been a while, folks.
Yes, it's been a while. Yeah, there's not much else I had to say about Hulk 2003. It was a letdown and a disappointment.
Yeah. I remember having it on VHS, though.
I had it on DVD. But I don't know. I wanted to own them all because I'm like, a Hulk movie.
Of course. When you're a kid, you're just like superheroes. Same with music.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Right. But onward.
All right, onward. Okay, let's see. 2005, 2004's Punisher.
I have a lot to say about all the Punisher movies.
Okay.
We can't cover the 80s Punisher.
Dolph Lundgren.
Because we're doing the 2000s. We will cover that.
We'll talk about
some other time.
Later.
We will.
Yes, another time.
2004's Punisher is really good.
It is.
It's a little bit more dramatic and stuff. We do get an origin story that's a little bit overdone, but okay.
Yes.
It's really good. Was it Thomas Jane?
Yes.
Thomas Jane's really good as Punisher.
Right.
We even get comedian John Panette in a role.
Oh yeah. He plays Bobo, the big chunky
He's
guy.
very funny, and we get professional wrestler Kevin Nash as the Russian.
Yes.
That was a great fight scene. Really good movie. Really just awesome movie. It's actually one of my dad's favorite, and we can't not talk about this movie without talking about the main villain played by Travolta.
Yes. Even though he's not a character from the comic book, but he still does.
Howard Saint. I did some research. He kind of is.
He is.
Maybe?
I don't know. I read a lot of Punisher comic books as a kid. I don't remember that character in the comics that I can remember.
Well, I'd have to do a little bit more research again. Maybe unless you
want to say that he was like a reference to the Nucci family, the mafia family that the Punisher fights in the comic book.
I don't know. I gotta do some research.
Maybe, but don't quote me on it. But I've always
quote. This is not Bible speak.
Yeah, this to me was another underrated like Daredevil. It deserves a lot more credit. I think Thomas Jane does an excellent job as the Punisher, where just when he thought that he was retired from his job, that he was going to have more time with his family, but tragically loses his family because he accidentally killed his son in some mix-up by accident. Despite that, it wasn't really Castle that killed Howard Saint's son. It was really the FBI that killed, and whoever the drug dealers were too.
Right, and essentially, I guess that would be like the one kind of nitpick.
Right.
Really?
Right. And granted, the character...
It's a good movie.
The character of Howard Saint is not like Green Goblin or Bullseye or Kingpin actually maybe a little bit of King because he is a powerful rich guy.
Yeah, and he is a good foil for Frank Castle for Punisher.
Right.
Plus when he gets his comeuppance, it's really awesome.
Yeah, because throughout the film...
one of the best Punisher death scenes.
Yes, because in the Punisher throughout the film, not only is he punishing them, he wants them dead because they killed his family.
Yes. Well, that's the motivation.
Yes, in the director's cut, I like how his friend Jimmy Weeks was basically responsible for ratting him out. They should have left that in the movie. Yeah,
I wish they would have left that in.
I don't know whether it could have been cut for time or something. I don't know the story behind that, but again, as a teenager, when I saw that on television, I'm like, they should have kept this in the movie because I wasn't aware of a director's cut at that time.
Yep. Yeah. Things were different in the 2000s, folks.
Oh yeah. Well, the internet was sort of around, but I didn't think twice about Googling all this stuff like now, reading about.
Yeah. When you're a kid,
Well, here's a fact about Thomas Jane as the Punisher. He turned this movie down twice because, before that, he turned down tons of comic book film because he said he was not really into superheroes. But once the director sent him Punisher comic books, he's told them the Punisher is not like Batman or Superman or Spider-Man.
No, he's closer to Death Wish.
Yeah,
He's closer to Paul Kersey.
Yeah, because after when Thomas Jane read a few Punisher comics, he's like, all right, I'll do this part. And he goes, this is great. He goes, it's not like the typical superhero. He's not Wolverine or...
Yeah, he's Marvel's Death Wish, basically.
Yeah, and also the part when he interrogates Mickey, that actually was taken from a comic book that I remember reading before I saw the movie, when he interrogates a guy hanging upside down, torture him, thinking that he's actually, like, burning his back, but he really was burning a steak to make it believe. But he was using a popsicle. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That was a great scene. Yeah.
It was. Because as a kid watching, I'm like, oh, I know this comic. It was from that comic book they took it from.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the 2004 one is great. It really is a good film.
I always enjoy
the only thing better, I'd have to say, is probably the next film we're going to be talking about. If you want to segue into that.
No, it doesn't. We don't have to do this in order, really. Just we can talk about both Punisher movies and both Fantastic Four films simultaneously. Now on to Warzone, if you want.
Oh, okay. So on to Warzone. Warzone for me is probably one of the best Punisher movies. Full stop. I love Ray Stevens. I think he's the definitive Punisher. Nothing against Thomas Jane. I like Thomas Jane too, but there's. Ray Stevens was pulled directly out of the Max version of the Punisher. And a little fun fact for all you guys out there: it was actually done by a female stunt woman director.
Yes,
and her pitch was just make it like an '80s action movie.
Right. Because for what I read this a while ago. I think she has like some kind of stunt background. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it.
She was a stunt woman.
Okay.
And this is probably one of the first movies we get both Micro and one of his main villains, Jigsaw, not to be confused with Saw's Jigsaw.
No, not that Jigsaw, people.
It'd be a totally different movie. Awesome, but totally different movie.
It would be. Well, the funny part, I saw this when it came out. I liked it, but at the time I was really so into like Thomas Jane. I really wanted a sequel because this was supposed to be a follow-up sequel to Thomas Jane's Punisher. But what happened was the film was in development hell for 3 years, and so many different scripts and rewrites. Thomas Jane said he just wasn't interested anymore in playing the Punisher.
I would have loved to see another one with Ray Stevens, but may he rest in peace.
Right. But unfortunately, this film was also a flop when it came out too.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been. I mean, it really was an '80s action movie made in the modern day.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome movie. Probably the most brutal Punisher movie I've ever seen. Next to the '80s original or the late '80s original.
Right, because I like the opening scene, like where he attacks the whole like mafia Italian family, and
that's the thing. That's the difference between the two. Is like the 2004 we get an origin story, it gets heavy, dramatic. The Warzone, he gets right down to brass tacks. He just starts carving people up, and he doesn't say a word. He doesn't say a word until like 15 minutes in. I'm like, that's the Punisher, folks.
Yeah. And you also have like this, like, I don't know if he was a reporter or some guy who worked for the police department who was like basically like a Punisher.
Soap.
Yes. Detective Soap. Because one of the he was with some kind of like detective, and he lets Punisher get away, and he like hits himself, like make it look like the Punisher.
Oh, you're talking about the cop. The cop.
Yeah.
Cop. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Soap, Detective Soap.
No.
Detective Soap is from the comics as well.
Yes, I have that comics of him. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this is for the most part, pretty comic book accurate. It also has some really hilarious moments. I love the moment where he literally punches a guy and like through the face, like a Mortal Kombat fatality. I'm just like, I love this movie. This is insane.
It's also funny, like when he saves the woman and her daughter, who was the accidental undercover cop he shot by accident, not knowing that. Right,
and the cop is trying to take him in,
arrest,
right, and Frank just shoots him.
Yeah, God damn you, Castle! It's like,
but one of my one of my favorite moments, I think, is when Frank tries to leave. He tries to leave Micro. He's like, I'm done, I'm out. Right? He tries to leave. And Micro just goes 3, 2, 1. Punisher comes back in. He's like, he's gonna be the last one.
I will say Wayne Knight was a pretty decent choice for the part of Micro.
I have to agree. I mean, he was perfect.
Newman.
He was absolutely perfect for Micro, because if you look at Micro in the comics, in the original comics, he's literally Wayne Knight. He has the same physiology. He's perfect.
Wolf Van Sant, Newman.
Yes, Newman. Yes. Who would have thought? Really Newman and the Punisher.
Right. No, but he was.
We're coming to punish you, Jerry.
Right. But no, he was really good though. He played it.
Yes. Unironically, he was really good.
As a kid, when I read the comics, they had like an estranged relationship, a complicated, estranged relationship,
right? Which they capture it in Warzone. Absolutely.
Yes, they did. They did, especially how he felt bad for killing the undercover cop, thinking that he was one of wait, what was Jigsaw's real name? Billy Russo's.
Billy Russo's, yeah.
Yeah, that's
it.
Billy
Turns
Russo.
out, he was an undercover FBI.
Yeah,
and,
he was. Yeah, I will say, even though I think what's his name was okay as Billy Russo and Jigsaw, but he is a little bit cartoony and over the top, though.
A little bit, but
who the fuck are these clowns?
Let comic books be comic books.
True,
it's a comic book,
right.
Folks.
Right. Well, you said that this movie had some funny moments. It's funny when the Punisher shoots these, like, I don't know, like these, I don't know what they were, but they were like jumping across from the building. The Punisher.
Oh, the parkour guys. Yes.
Yeah.
The parkour crackheads. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was hilarious.
Right. When me and my dad saw that in the theater, we were like laughing our asses off. Like, what the?
Like just evaporated into Bob Marley dust. Like just.
Well, not only that, I have to say the Punisher, all that training paid off. He has good aim and good shooting.
Yeah, I mean, the fact somebody had made a joke. I watched Razor Fist. He did a great review on this. He made a joke saying that, like, I'm tired of parkour being shoved into video games. He's like, the fact that, people hate that, well, Frank Castle hates that 12,000 times more. But don't worry, he's gonna fill it with plenty of RPG elements. And I'm like, well done, sir. Well done.
Right.
I kind of butchered the joke, but
yeah.
I hope everybody gets the point.
I get it. I also like it how, like, the way, like, Castle, like, a little redemption when he protects the wife and daughter, and also bonds with the daughter. Like, it kind of reminds him of his daughter when she was alive.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's a great scene where he goes and tries to give the family money.
Right.
And it really shows Ray Stevens' just acting prowess.
Right. Around the time when this came out, I had no idea who Ray Stevenson was. I'm like, who is this guy?
No.
My teachers told me about him in a show called Rome that he did that was really good, but I've never seen it to this day.
Right. Same.
Right.
What else? Oh, fun fact before we move on. So apparently when they were doing the stunts, you know how, like, they have, like, a stunt coordinator and all that stuff?
Yes.
So they had a stunt guy they had a guy to show Ray Stevens how to shoot.
Right.
And normally they would show the actor, like, how to shoot and stuff. Apparently, Ray, first thing, picked the gun up, knew how to shoot, and the stunt guy was so surprised. He's like, oh, okay, I guess we can just move on to playtime. He just knew how to be the Punisher.
Interesting. Did he read the comics, or there's another film where he played a guy like that? Maybe, who knows?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I really don't know any, other than this one. I don't know, like, Ray Stevenson's, like, filmography that well.
I know a little bit here and there, a little bit, very little.
I remember he was in a comedy, The Other Guys, with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. But he played a small part.
Right.
Yes, but he played, like, one of the gang bad guys or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, I do remember that, but it's been a long time since I've seen that. I saw that when it came out. That was a funny movie with Mark Wahlberg and Will
I
Ferrell and the
enjoyed
other
that
guys.
movie. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
and also he was in the Thor MCU movies as a gladiator.
That's right. Yes, he
Right.
was.
I guess he likes movies about gladiators.
Little typecast.
Right. Remember the movie Airplane? Joey, do you like movies about gladiators?
Yeah, the movie about gladiator, Joey.
Anyway, not to get off topic right there.
Not to get off topic, but I guess we'll go on to Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Right. Well, one more thing. Like, I think Punisher Warzone, it's fair. They tried, and it definitely was a lot more true to the Punisher comic book to a degree.
Yeah, I really think it's overshadowed by the first 2000 Punisher. They're both good in their own right, but I do think Warzone just needs a little bit more love.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I think Warzone deserves more respect than what people realize, especially for the time when it came out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the funny part is, I saw that in the theater. This was during Christmas time, and it's like, why did this movie come around Christmas time? This should have been like a summer. Yeah, exactly. It's like this should have been like a summer blockbuster.
You've been very naughty.
Basically, my point is, I think Warzone should have come out in the summertime of 2009, maybe as like a summer.
Maybe it was down to delays.
I guess.
Maybe it was down to delays.
Yeah, I guess so. True. Anyway, I guess now we can move on to Fantastic Four movies.
Fantastic. I mean, what I could say about the Fantastic Four movies, the 2001, I have a soft spot for the first...
2005, actually.
2005. Yeah. I have a soft spot for that movie. It's not great. It's flawed, but I think it's okay. I think it does the job.
Right.
The guy that they got to play the Thing was really good.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I mean, it's not
I do like Michael Chiklis as the Thing. I will give the film credit there. No. Like I said, I saw this when it came out, and I liked it because, again, after it's like little by little, I was reading the comic books to a certain character. Then the movie came. I'm like, Dad, take me to go see this movie and stuff.
I want to go see the Fantastic Four.
Right, and I did read a lot of Fantastic Fours again. They are amazing comic books. They're especially this is what got started with Stan Lee, like with the Renaissance of Marvel.
Yep,
because Stan Lee wanted Fantastic Four to bomb, but no, it became a bestseller rather than a bomb.
Go figure.
I know, and the movie, it's like I like parts of like certain moments of the film, but it's like okay, most of the film they're trying to cure themselves rather than embrace their gifts and abilities like they did in the comic books. Because in the comic book, they accepted their powers, but in the movie, they want. I mean, okay, yes, I get it. Like in the comic book, the Thing wants to be Ben Grimm again. I get that, but it would have been nice.
That was a pretty cool aspect of just want to be a monster and
right. I get that. But I guess I would have loved to see they focused more on accepting their powers rather than trying to cure their powers.
Being the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and I do like the chemistry of the actors of they're fairly decent. I mean, Jessica Alba, she's not bad. It's take it or leave it with her.
It's not bad, but
it's not good. They could have picked somebody better for that part. Nothing against Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Especially this was a year for her where she did this movie and Sin City, but Sin City's the better movie.
Sin City was better.
Yeah, I can agree, yes. We'll definitely do Sin City another time in the future.
Another time. Sometime in the future.
Yes. Yes. And I do like Chiklis as the Thing, as I said. Chris Evans, before Captain America, did portray Johnny Storm perfectly, especially when
I have to agree.
Especially when he pranks Michael Chiklis as the Thing. That was in the comic, but they were always button heads.
Yes.
Always. I thought it was funny when the Thing was sleeping and he put whipped cream on his hand and he taps his head and Johnny.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Right. And sorry. Just it's also funny when they're doing trying to cure themselves. He looks at the Thing's heart and he goes, "Is it that bad? Because I used to smoke,
I have to say, probably Thing shines the brightest in the first movie.
In a way, it's like you could have made this like a parody comedy to the Fantastic Four if you wanted to.
Well, they kind of did with Epic Movie, but
that movie doesn't exist.
Less said about that.
Yeah. What epic movie? I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
And also, I thought Doctor Doom was okay.
Yeah. I don't remember much of Doctor Doom, but it was okay.
I mean, again, they got the look down well, but his performance and his villain motivation bland and forgetful.
Forgettable. Yep.
Yeah. There's not much I have to say about Doctor Doom other than rest in peace to the actor who played Doctor Doom in this movie.
Yes, rest in peace, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, last summer when he died, I'm thinking to myself, 20 years ago, I saw this guy as Doctor Doom, and now he's gone. It's like, wow.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's what I would say, it's big on tomorrow.
Although I will say it was interesting how he was like trying to break the Fantastic Four apart by, manipulating them, like making the Thing turn against Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, they were certain. Like I said, this film kind of has golden nuggets.
Yeah, it's more of a
not
comedy
perfect,
than it takes it so serious. Yeah,
but it's got some good moments.
Yeah, it does. And I also thought it was funny when the Thing is sitting on the bridge and a bird poops on him.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the comedy. I liked the comedy. I liked the kind of goofy.
When they go inside their hotel, the elevator doesn't go up, and the Thing's like, "I'll take the stairs."
Take the stairs.
Or like when they go to the hotel, no, not their apartment building. Don't do drugs. But I will say, Johnny Storm was kind of a dick at times in this movie. But that's the whole point, though.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little, and that and cocky, and a little bit too.
I mean, he is kind of supposed to be a little bit of a dick but
right, but, exactly. Yeah, there's not really much else I have to say about this film other than the fact that also when Mr. Fantastic tried to cure himself, a little bit of the Fly reference.
A little bit, but he is a scientist.
Yeah, true. Ian Groofer was an okay Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess now on to Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh boy. Do you want to start? You want to start this? You want to?
I'll start. I saw this twice when it came out. I saw it with my grandfather who passed away last June. Yeah, and then I saw it at summer camp with my summer camp friends.
Oh, you poor man! Why?
Yeah, I know. Again,
Mr. Buff, why did you have to suffer?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. But again, as a kid, I didn't think much about what the reviews were. I wanted to see it because I'm like, yes, another Fantastic Four movie.
Right. Again, kid brain.
Right, exactly. And the both times I saw it, I was very disappointed. I'm still disappointed to this day after rewatching it for this podcast.
This tastes like disappointment.
It tastes like shit.
so I'll let you take the wheel on this. What was the worst thing?
Okay, the worst thing about it was when they're hired by the army because of like the Silver Surfer is basically going to destroy the planet. And the worst part of it is they hired Dr. Doom. It's like, what? Why would you hire Dr. Doom to try to team up with the Fantastic?
Because that makes perfect sense, right?
No, it doesn't make sense. Did they not watch the last movie? He tried to ruin the Fantastic Four. That's like trying to get the.
Is it like a DBZ kind of thing? Like I'm good now.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like bullshit. And yet my cholesterol is better than his goodness.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. Although again, it did have some of the charm, comedy, goofy moments like the first film, but not enough to save the movie. And apparently Johnny Storm, like after his encounter with the Silver Surfer, if you touch him, he gets his powers are your powers. Like basically, if you touch. Although it was funny though when he touches the thing becomes. Again, he becomes human again, and then Johnny becomes the Thing. But I know it's stupid, though. It's basically
really dumb. Sounds really dumb.
It's basically if you want a good like laugh out loud bad movie, this is it for you.
There you go, folks. If you're looking for a junk food movie to turn your brain off, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Although again, this another funny thing was at Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman's wedding, they kick out Stan Lee because that actually was in the comic book where Stanley was going to the Fantastic Four wedding. They're like, "What's your name?" Stanley. They're like, "Yeah, get out of here." He goes, "No, really, I'm Stanley. Yeah, get out of here."
I miss Smiling Stan. I do.
You too.
I do. One of the godfathers of comic books.
Yeah, but unfortunately, his cameo does not save the movie.
No, not even a Stan Lee cameo could save.
No,
and because
of this movie's failure, they didn't make a third one because Jessica Alba said she was not interested, but I don't blame her. And Chris Evans says he was done because he was doing Captain America at that point. After a couple of years later,
which had also worked out for him. It worked.
Yes, it did. It did, and plus. In the last movie, Jessica Alba had her regular natural hair color, but unfortunately, she wore a wig for this film, and the wig is kind of crappy looking on her. As
yeah,
that
I remember.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, this movie is bland and forgetful, and not a rewatch valuable after 15 years later. Or 20 years later.
Beans. It's reheated, refried beans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, all
right? Moving on.
You want to talk about the X-Men?
I don't know.
Are we going to cover that?
I don't know. I don't know. Unless you want to talk. Let's see. What else is there?
Because I could cover the X-Men if you want. I know we're live right now.
We're not really live. We're basically recording this, but oh wait, we forgot to mention Ghost Rider.
Oh yes.
So
Ghost Rider.
Yes, I'll let you go next since I basically hashed a lot about Rise of Silver.
That's all right. That's right. Well, I mean, Ghost Rider 2007, a pretty good film. Flawed, but it's Nick Cage. It's Nick Cage as Ghost Rider. So if you're looking for like crazy Nick Cage, this kind of comes close. It's a little flawed. The villain isn't the best. Right. It kind of comes off as hot topic-y, which, given its comic book counterpart, could have been so much better. So it could have been so much more. But Nick Cage goofiness kind of saves it in a weird way. Plus, you got Sam Elliott as the original Ghost Rider, which gives us a pretty metal looking scene with the flaming horse and the Ghost Rider on the motorcycle.
Well,
I mean, it's got good moments. It's not perfect. It's pretty weak, but Nick Cage does try.
Right. I agree. I don't think this film is not that bad, but I get it. Is it for everybody? No, of course not. That's totally fine. Me, I like it. It's not great or perfect. I agree. It's just okay. It's mediocre. It has its moments, but yes, the villain is kind of forgetful.
It's tasty potato chips.
Yeah, exactly. But I agree with Wolfman saying this is a junk food movie. This was a film as a teenager, this was one of my favorite films to watch as a teenager.
Yeah, I watch it for Nick Cage's craziness, just to have him mug out and bug out.
Because going back to again as a kid, I read a couple Ghost Rider comic books, but I didn't see this when it came out.
So did I. Yeah.
I saw this a year later on cable television, was curious. I'm like, okay, it's not great. It's fair. It's decent.
Yeah.
And after not playing Superman, Nick Cage at least got to play Ghost Rider he got to play a comic book character at least.
Yep. And he was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about the first one, or do you want to move on to the second one?
I'm trying to think. I do, like you said, I like his scenes with Sam Elliott, who was the original Ghost Rider, which I didn't expect that when I first saw it.
That was really cool.
He was Carter Slade this whole time. It's like, oh, you don't think about it until it's bought up.
Right. Exactly.
At first I thought of him kind of like the character from The Crow, the Skull Cowboy character, the Scarecrow Cowboy in some ways, like a guidance.
Right.
Yeah,
and I mean that it was just really cool to see that scene side by side.
Right, and Eva Mendes. Oh,
yes, Eva Mendes.
Yes, back when she was popular at the time because of Hitch and other movies, and I always thought she's an okay actress. I mean, granted, Roxanne the comic book is not Latina, but that's okay. It's like minor change if that doesn't ruin anything.
Doesn't really anything.
But still, Eva Mendes.
I know you like the Spanish. You like the Spanish.
But no, seriously, she does an okay job too, because after what he saw his father, after selling his soul to the devil, thinking that his father was cured, but of course, it's true they say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was proving that he didn't exist.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes. I remember years ago when I used to watch the Blockbuster Buster when he did a video on this. After when Johnny Cage saw his dad get killed during a stunt.
Johnny Blaze, you mean?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. So I'm getting my Johnnies mixed up. I apologize, people.
Too many Johnnies.
Yes, too many Johnnies is right. But anyway, and yet that's my title screen on this podcast we do. But anyway, after Johnny Blaze saw his father get killed during a stunt performance, he used a clip from Brendan Fraser's Bedazzled. Oh, damn the devil to hell.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, that's really funny. There's also a lot of weird moments in Ghost Rider with Nick Cage watching a monkey doing kung fu or something like that.
Right. Well, I don't know. I feel like he's the kind of character that it's a cliche, like tragic character who just because of what he saw, like he feels guilty about his father's death. I mean, yeah, it's cliche, but you kind of understand why, though.
Yeah, I guess. But
yeah, I know
Nick Cage being Nick Cage.
Exactly. Or especially how like he's worried about like what will happen if the devil like caught up with him, especially how he's got like fame and he's a big shot, but how much longer is this gonna last until the devil like wants something from him after what he
exactly
did?
And I mean it's a shame that we really didn't get any more Ghost Rider movies besides the second one. I'll let you take that one because I don't really
on a brief hiatus note, I saw that in the theaters with a girl I went to prom with in high school. It was again bland, forgetful, and I don't remember anything about it that comes to mind other than the fact that I was disappointed after 5 years waiting for a sequel.
The only thing I remember is at the very beginning of the movie, Ghost Rider peeing fire.
I don't remember that part.
And
I'll take your word for it.
Something briefly about a kid being sacrificed to the devil.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't
know. Yeah, if someone asked me what was the plot to Ghost Rider 2 Spirit of Vengeance, I don't remember.
We just know it's not good.
It isn't. Oh yeah, one other thing I gotta point out too about the movie. After the first night as Ghost Rider, Nick Cage, Johnny Blaze takes a shower, and in case you're wondering, no, that was not a CGI fake abs like 300.
That was real Nick Cage.
Yeah. Yes, that was Nick Cage being Nick. No, Nick Cage really did get in shape for this movie. Kudos to you, Nick Cage.
Kudos to the Cage man.
Yes, he said that he worked out 3 hours a day in preparation for this movie.
I
Good for you.
Because I'm Nick Cage.
Yeah, well, there are some movies where I've seen like Nick Cage like physically fit, but nothing too crazy or extreme.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, and it's funny you say that. I recently rewatched Face Off and The Rock, awesome Nick Cage movies that I love from the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, Face Off. Believe it or not, was my first date movie.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Really?
I took a chance, and she liked it.
Well, Ben Sam, Face Off. It's coming off.
Yes. And that's the kicker. She liked it. It's like
nice.
I was like,
it really is a good
movie. I heard of this movie Face Off. You want to watch it together? She's like, okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that in a future. I have a funny story about that, but in future streaming though, and also
in the future.
Yeah,
not the distant future.
Yeah. Well, and also like even having read like the Ghost Rider comic books. Like what we see, like I also remember this in the Ghost Rider comic book that he was adopted by Roxanne's family after his father was killed, but they dismantled that in the comic. But again, a minor change that doesn't really affect the movie.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame that the Ghost Rider movies aren't
no
as good.
Like I said, it's not Nicolas Cage's fault. If he was in a better film, he definitely could have pulled off a good Ghost Rider for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
maybe someday.
Yeah, he had the Johnny Cage look, but granted, I was really hoping to see him in Deadpool versus Wolverine for like a cameo pop-up, like when we saw.
He could have.
Well, I read that
great man to Deadpool a little bit.
Yeah, I did read that he was offered it, but he turned it down for some reason. I'm not sure what the reason behind that was.
Anyway.
Yeah. 2007 Ghost Rider. Okay, not great, but it's fair. I don't mind it. I enjoy rewatching for a special occasion when if I'm feeling down and upset. What the heck? Put on Ghost Rider. I need a cool like motorcycle movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, one more thing. Peter Fonda in the movie Easy Rider tribute.
Nice. Yes, that's right.
Yes, right. I have to point that out, even though he doesn't ride a motorcycle, but come on. That's why they got Peter Fonda to play the devil in this movie, because of Easy Rider.
Because of Easy Rider.
Yes. Yeah. And like you said, that motorcycle ride with Carter Slade, badass and epic.
Yeah, it could have been a heavy metal album cover for sure.
Oh, that would be so awesome. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know if you ever heard of the band. Wait a second. 1 minute. Wait. There's a band that wait.
You're doing research.
Yes, wait, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Typing.
Oh, you ever heard of the band Mushroom Head?
Oh yeah, I know Mushroom Head.
I definitely could see them do something like that, a Ghost Rider music heavy metal video like that.
I forget who did the soundtrack. I think it was Mushroom Head that did a cover of Ghost Rider, Johnny Cash's Ghost Rider for the film.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Film. I think it was. I'm not entirely sure.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, with what you said, like maybe talking about the X-Men movies, unless you want to briefly discuss Spider-Man 3 and X-Men 3 and Blade 3.
I mean, we could talk about them really quick because we've been going on for a while.
But I have an idea. In the future, we'll do X-Men. That'll be the next podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you know what? We'll save X-Men for next time. We'll make this kind of a part 2. We'll cover all the Spider-Man movies.
All 3 Spider-Man movies, yes.
All Blade, the rainy Spider-Man movies.
Yes. Yes. Not Andrew Garfield. I don't know what you're talking about.
and we will cover Blade, even though Blade technically is in the 90s, but it's part of that 2000s.
Yeah, but on a side note, Spider-Man 3, not the best or the worst, but it's okay. It's not. Better.
It's got goofy moments. I like its goofy moments.
Yes,
it makes me want to eat chocolate chip cookies for some reason.
If you thought Spider-Man 3 was bad, watch Madam Web. If you thought Spider-Man 3 was bad, watch Madam Web from 2024. That makes Spider-Man 3 an Academy Award.
No.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Spider-Man 3 is an Oscar movie compared to Madam Web 24 piece of garbage.
Yeah, it makes me miss Spider-Man 3.
Yes. And X-Men, well, actually, what are your thoughts on Spider-Man 3?
It's goofy. But the things it does right, like with Sandman.
I like that part.
Sandman, well, here's the thing. I'm very mixed on that character and how it's portrayed. I like his portrayal. I like his motivation with his daughter. I hate the fact that he is tied to the mugger, thus retconning, retconning his entire thing.
Right. That's kind of.
I like the look of Venom. I don't like the casting.
Me neither. Tobey Maguire sucked as Venom.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Venom is supposed to be like a big bodybuilder, bully, macho tough guy. Not.
It definitely missed the mark on that for sure.
I've never seen the Venom films with Tom Hardy. It's like, okay, that's a good choice. Okay. But from watching the trailers, they just don't do it for me.
They're okay. They're kind of like they're Sony's answer to Deadpool. Weak answer to Deadpool.
Right. Well, I don't know. Lord knows if I'll ever get around to watching them ever in my life.
Yeah. Anyway.
What about X-Men Last Stand, the third one?
Has good. Well, no, it's not good.
Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Me again, like Spider-Man 3, hit or miss for me. Some moments I like, then I don't think it's the worst, but I respect it's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that.
And the first movie is flawed, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. And also, I guess to top it off, Blade Trinity. Be honest.
First movie was awesome.
Yes.
Right?
Second film was
second movie was pretty good. Third movie, get out of here.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
And the funny part is, as a little kid at that time, I liked it. But again, now that I'm older, it's like, yeah, this film aged crap.
Kid brain can do marvelous things.
Ryan Reynolds was acting like Deadpool. It's like he was auditioning to show, hey, I can play Deadpool. You want me to see Deadpool?
He was Van Wilder, the Van Vampire.
Yes. And I like Jessica Biel, good actress, but again, it's not her fault. She could have been done better in a better film where she could have played Whistler's daughter.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, what didn't make any sense, wait a second, didn't Whistler's daughter die because in the first movie explains I had a wife and 2 daughters, they died. It's like, wait a second.
What am I missing here? I'm missing
I know.
the whole movie.
Right. And also, I love the character of Dracula from Bram Stoker to Bela Lugosi, Christopher Lee, but this Dracula is shit and crap. And he sucks. Like my friend...
Not my Dracula. Hashtag not my Dracula.
No. And again, that actually is a good idea. Dracula versus Blade, but could have been done better.
Could have been done better.
Right. Because imagine if Guillermo del Toro directed Blade Trinity, he would have made Dracula look more like either Christopher Lee
get John Carpenter or somebody.
Yes, absolutely.
Somebody that understands vampires.
Yes, absolutely, totally. In the words of
totally bogus. Anyway.
Yeah, but no, his Dracula, it sucks. It's like what my friend said. He's betrayed as
sucks for all the wrong reasons.
Dracula's betrayed as a douchebag jock in this movie.
Yep.
And the weird part is the epic finale between him and Dracula. I like the song, but it doesn't save the movie. Weapons of Mass Distortion by Crystal Meth.
Yep. Your soundtrack does not save this movie, good sir.
Oh, no, it doesn't. And yet I do, like I said, I love the song to it, but again, it's just done so poorly, not done well executionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can tell that Wesley Snipes did not want to be on that movie set.
Yep.
No.
He was like, I want to go home.
That's why I loved his cameo in Deadpool versus Wolverine. I thought you were retarded. You never liked me. You never did. I never liked you. You never did.
I'm sorry. He should come back and do another Blade movie.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know what the story behind that is. Whether they're rebooting
it's been in development hell for some time. They are trying so hard to recast him.
Yeah, I feel.
God bless Wesley Snipes. He's like, nope, I'm the only Blade, and I'm just like, I'm over here. Like, I agree with you, sir.
As much as I enjoyed him as Blade, but unfortunately, I'm not holding my breath if he'll ever come back or not. Sorry.
You never know.
True.
I try to be optimist.
What are your thoughts on Blade Trinity to close it out?
Forgetful, garbage, and should be disposed of.
Yeah. If I found every DVD or Blu-ray copy of it, I would burn every copy of that movie.
I would make a giant fire that I would put in my fireplace so that my future wife and children could stay warm during the winter. When they asked me, Papa, how do you get such a good fire? Son, you don't understand. I had to burn thousands of copies of Blade Trinity to get this fire for you and your loving mother.
And in case they want to, if they want to show a movie to prisoners on movie night, show them Blade Trinity, and that's for their crime and punishment they committed.
Yes. This is an unusual punishment. We're going to show you a Ryan Reynolds film. And everybody is going to be like, Deadpool? No.
And also one more thing too, I forgot to mention earlier when we talked about Daredevil, 2005 Elektra. On a brief note, did you ever see it?
What? 2005
Elektra.
Yes. And I will repeat what I said. Garbage.
About Blade Trinity.
Garbage.
Garbage day.
It's garbage day.
Yes.
Hot. It's not even hot. Well, Jennifer Gardner was hot, so I guess it would be hot garbage.
Yes. Granted, nothing against with her. Again, the film was just, I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember shit about it. Other than
just watch Netflix's Daredevil.
Yeah, true.
There's a better Elektra there.
The other thing I remember too that she comes back from the dead, and Apparently, she didn't die in the end of Daredevil.
Well, true to the comics.
Yes,
she does
that is
come
true.
back.
Yes. The only thing I remember was that there is the deleted scene where she runs into Matt in a dream saying, will you ever come back to me? And she goes, not yet, but someday. And just as they were about to kiss, it was a dream.
Yep.
It was a dream. Okay, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Maybe come back. Anyway.
Maybe come back. Elektra, come back.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen this since I was a little kid, so I can't make a comment at the moment. All I can remember is that it was bad.
Yeah.
Garbage.
It was bad. Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. Again, if I also had to take every copy of that Elektra film in the wintertime, I will make it for fire. Dad, why did you make so much good fire? Because I burned every Elektra Blu-ray copy of it.
Yes, I burned all the electric.
Actually, no, even better.
Electra comment.
Even better.
I made nachos out of it.
I made s'mores out of it. That's why these s'mores taste so good.
They're so good because they're made with such bad movies.
All right. I think we've covered about everything that's out of our system.
Yeah. The sun's getting real low. All right. Well, well. On that note, I've been Wolfman Sam here with my partner Johnny Buff Guns, and this has been Creatures of the Night. We'll see you all.
I promise you, next time we will do Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Blade films, is like talking about it as a whole.
Yeah, we'll get into this. There will be a part 2 coming soon. But on that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever time zone you're in.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys later.
Well, I want to end this podcast by saying Excelsior!
Excelsior in the name of Smile and Stan. Excelsior to you.
Yes.